Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to see about pull request trigger. Before that, if you are new to my channel, hit subscribe. Your subscription motivate me to produce more video in better quality. In our last video, we have seen about triggers and schedule. This particular YAML pipeline, whatever I'm going to show in this video, I'll make sure it is available to download. Just watch the description. Now, why do we need a pull request trigger? Let's say, for example, uh, you have the pipeline to run whenever the changes have been available in the main branch. So there are a number of developers, and a number of developers are submitting the pull request to the dev lead, and dev lead is merging those changes into the main branch. And once done, the build will get triggered. And what if it got failed? In order to identify the issue at the earliest stage, while submitting the pull request itself, the build will get triggered and you will see a log like whether this particular PR has succeeded the build or not. That you can see it. So how to do that? There are two ways to do. In the YAML itself, you can provide us PR and followed by you can provide us branches and include and main branch. Likewise, you can provide, but this is supported only in GitHub and then Bitbucket repository, but ours is Azure repository, Azure DevOps repository. So this is not supported. So let's remove it. So how to do here in Azure DevOps Kit? So in order to do it, go to project setting and go to repositories, and here navigate to the right repository and go to policies, and here you will find branch policies, and it will list out the list of branches which is available. You can add policies to multiple uh, branches as well. So here only this branch is available, so let me select it, and here just navigate to build validation. Validate the code by pre-merging and building the pull request. So this is the exact option we are looking for. Just click on add, and here from the drop down select your build pipeline. So this is our build pipeline which we have created in our last video. So let's select it and trigger automatically whenever source branch is updated. So it will get triggered, and this policy is required or optional. We need to make it as required. And build expiration, if it is unapproved for 12 hours, the build will expire. Likewise, you can set it. So I'm going to leave the defaults and saving it. So this is now enabled. Now let's validate it. Go to repository. This is our repository. Let me create a future branch. So just click on the branch drop down and click on new branch and type what are the branch name you need, and let's create it. We need to make some changes, right? Then only we can raise a pull request. So let's make some changes. This is a readme file, so nothing to worry. Let's commit it. And as soon as you commit, you will find a pop-up to create a pull request here itself. Or what you can do is just click on pull request here and click on new pull request. Or here as well, you will find the same pop-up. Just click on new pull request from future to main branch. And what is the change? Only one file got committed. Let's create it. So as soon as create, you will just give this particular pull request to your TL to approve. And if you see here, this particular build is being run, and you will see the progress here itself in the pull request. So let's wait for some time. Now it got completed, and by this way we can make sure that even after merging the code to main branch, we won't have any issues. So by having this pre-check, and in case if you want to disable this pull request build, what you can do is you can go back there again. Let me fast forward this content, and here you can simply disable it, or in case if you want to delete it, you can just delete it from here. And that's it on this video. In next video we will see about variables and parameter. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.